Leslie Drewery. MemChat is a brainchild of a train trip into the hackathon. I arrived here and then I started looking at technologies that are available. So let me explain to what MemChat is. MemChat is designed for families that suffer with memory problems. Now, a lot of memory problems cause quite a few issues. So losing memory is very isolating. There's a fear of forgetting ones, an embarrassment factor. So they don't like acknowledging that they've got issues. They feel trapped. You also have issues in dementia where you can't remember a person from yesterday, but you remember them from 20 years ago. You feel embarrassed to ask for help. But now, okay, so this is what I came up with. So there's a way to remember, ways to remember loved ones, special birthdays, and memories in general. And that says, so the Mac Observer, there's a lot of studies done on it. It proves that people that are engaged with iPads, computers and all that actually retain their memory longer. There's also projects like Memory Lanes, which is certain memories trigger better memory management. So you might find that a person has a memory box, they'll go through certain things to start the morning, which actually gives them a platform to operate within the day. Okay. So this is how it works. So using a tablet or computer, which was quite a surprise to me, finding that the Android tablets work really well with this, saving me a lot of hassles of having to write a native application. We will then handle the relationships, histories, previous conversations, present, future, and past in an easy display and an easy way to stay in touch. So I'll just skip over all the stuff I've covered. So enough sales talk, let's get down to what the concept was. So using Dialogic platform, I was going to use the Assessian, but unfortunately I ran out of time. Right, so the concept is you make a video call. Now what would happen is you answer the phone, don't know who it is, or what we're talking about. So what the idea is that you can see what the last conversation was about, what the current conversation is about, and any future events that's coming up, so birthdays and stuff like that. Another key feature is introduction. So what this is the ability to inject a small video of introducing yourself to the person on the other side of the call. So a perfect example is a person taking photos and showing how they've aged over the last 10 years with a person with dementia. Okay. So where did we get to? Well, we have a WordPress plugin with a real true POC styling, so big buttons and really interesting UI. With the aid of Vince, we managed to get video injection into it, proved the technologies can do it, added some really cool features to the SDK, and of course, true real-time debugging. Okay, what I wasn't able to do, Assessian presence. I'd love to have added facial recognition, event creation, and so much more, but 24 hours can only do so much. Okay, right, a quick demo. And I don't know how this is going to look. I'll soon find out in a second. Right. So what we did is we've created an XMS extension that sits behind the XMS service from Dialogic. Now the reason I've done this in such a way is that you'll see I've put a bar at the bottom here to show you the operation of it running. So I just want to move that up a bit so you can see the bar. The idea is that you log in via any web browser. The WordPress plugin, not being the most proficient WordPress developer, has true styling. So I just created a WordPress site, shoved it in. I've logged in. And this should, all things being equal, create a pretty picture for me. Oh, there I am. But this is where the true genius is down here. So not being a JavaScript developer, I wasn't sure how to do it. But effectively, we've taken the stream, divided it into sections. So what would happen is, if a user said, introduce me, what it does is it actually injects a video stream into the conversation. So they'll be able to see a whole history of what's happening. So what this does is it allows us to introduce yourself in a visual aspect, introduce yourself in a textual aspect with this ASEAN, and then showing it through a standard web browser. Now, as I said, this works very well on Android tablets. You may have noticed at the bottom here, as calls are being made, very easy to add logic to the XMS system. So if I hit the hang up button, you'll see that it does some creativity. At the bottom, you see it's running there. So that's real time. Right, that's the demo in a nutshell, very fast. Right, what do I have to thank? Dialogic, well, misspelled, dialogue, for Cool SDK, a foray into forgotten languages. I haven't used JavaScript and Java Beans for ages, and patience of constant badgering. And that's it. Thanks, guys.